The tension between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter is getting stronger, and now their own son, Kevin Jur, is involved in this mess. It seems like his father's recent actions made the young man finally break the silence and speak about the nature of his parents' relationship. And Kevin Sr. won't want to hear what his son has to say about him. According to Kevin Jur, Wendy has been controlled and manipulated by her ex-husband throughout their entire marriage. And even after the divorce, he can't let the old habits go. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. We keep our eyes on the most discussed events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. It felt that the alimony fight between Wendy Williams and her ex-husband couldn't become any wilder. But with their son's recent statement, things are going to take a dramatic turn. Kevin Jr. finally took his mother's side in the story and accused his own father of manipulating her, and his possessiveness didn't vanish after the divorce because Kevin Sr. is trying to pull the strings even from afar. But will Wendy fall into his trap again? Stay with us until the end of this video, so you won't miss any detailed. Divorce that involves a lot of money and property arguments is never easy, especially when there was no prenup. And the ongoing drama between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter is the best example of how not to handle things, especially if you are a cheating spouse. But apparently there's another thing to add to Kevin's sin list. This is abusive and manipulative control over Wendy, which was slowly ruining her physical and mental health in the past. People close to the couple repeatedly expressed their concerns about Kevin's behavior, saying he controls everything. He takes her phone, she has zero friends, and she's not in regular contact with her family. He controls every aspect of her life. Because he's insecure, these speculations are now confirmed by Wendy and Kevin's son, Kevin Jr., who has been witnessing the entire drama with his own eyes since he was a child. Apparently, Kevin Sr. was behind absolutely all Wendy's decisions, whether they were related to the work process, people to partner with, and even friends and family. An insider from the ex-couple circle said that Kevin insisted on placing Wendy in a sober house while still making her do the show. The source, who preferred to stay anonymous, said to the press, "No one thinks it's the right place for Wendy. She seems so frail and vulnerable. It's frightening just how completely under Kevin's control Wendy is." But you won't hear a word against him. Those close to her are terrified something awful is going to happen. And even Wendy started to realize that something wrong was going on with her life, and that the decisions that she had made were not healthy. The things she was doing under Kevin's influence messed with her health and emotional well-being, led to the alienation of most of her friends and family, and turned her into a workhorse. Apparently, it was painful for Kevin Jr. to watch his father's abusive and manipulative behavior, and he decided to expose him by shedding more light on this story. According to the insider, Kevin Jr. even accused his father of taking advantage of his mother's success and forcing her to work more and harder when everything she actually needed is peace and rest. But Kevin Sr. only looked at Wendy as a hardworking machine who could mint more coins for him to spend on his mistress. This perfectly explains why Wendy's health condition and alcohol addiction worsened over time to the point that she couldn't even walk without help and had to stay in rehab for several months. Fans are shocked to learn about Kevin Sr.'s autocracies and what destructive influence he had on Wendy. They hoped that now, when she is away from his control, things will get better for the former TD host. One person commented, "Not surprising. I pray she gets enough strength to separate herself from this ugly leash." And another fan accused Kevin of aggravating Wendy's state, intentionally be saying he allowed drugs and alcohol to be used in order to control her. Kevin Jr. knew about everything from the beginning because he had to take care of his mom. After the divorce, he saw what a horrible state his father left her in by cheating on her and making his mistress pregnant. It's so sad for a child to see his mother suffering from pain and stress. And apparently Kevin Jr. decided to break his silence and expose his father's true nature. He believed that his parents should have separated a long time ago because they clearly were unhappy in this marriage. But Wendy couldn't handle her controlling husband and kept tolerating his infidelity. As for Kevin Sr. himself, his marriage to Wendy was super convenient thanks to her. Her got the status recognition, success money, and most importantly, the freedom to live. His careless life, the way he wanted it, perfectly explains why he has been cheating on her for 15 years and never filed for divorce to be with his so-called soulmate, Sharina Hudson. A source from the ex-couple close circle stated Kevin is in love with Serena, but he told her he can't leave his wife. But the only reason he is still with Wendy is that he and Serena can't take care of themselves. They need her money. Kevin Sr. was obviously thinking that there are no lines he couldn't cross because he controlled every aspect of Wendy's life. The man thought that he was invincible and could pull the strings and manipulate Wendy the way he wanted. But he was too busy choosing diamond rings for Serena and didn't notice how his wife was slowly taking control of her life back. She even hired a private investigator and found out that her husband was living a double life. And the worst part of it was that her husband's longtime mistress was expecting his baby. That was a sobering blow for Wendy, and she realized that it was time to escape this toxic relationship. She was brave enough to file for divorce and check into rehab in order to finally tame her alcohol abuse at this point. We are inclined to believe Kevin Drew's statements about his father's controlling behavior for manipulators, like Kevin Hunter Sr. being served divorce paper, is a hard blow because such people are confident that they have everything under control. And it seems that Kevin Sr. still thinks that he is calling the shots. That's why he didn't hesitate to take Wendy to court over his lost alimony. He thought it would be another powerful move to prove his manhood and position in Wendy's life. But this ship has sailed, and Wendy is getting her freedom from his influence and control back at this point. We are glad that Wendy found the courage and strength to file for divorce and get her life back on track, because she is way better without this harmful person by her side. As one person commented on the situation, Kevin completely manipulated Wendy and preyed on her insecurities. She has known for over 15 years that he cheats, but she thought the affairs weren't serious. And another fan added, Kevin Hunter is disgusting. I hate abusive control freak men. He used and abused Wendy so bad. And this person exposes Kevin Sr. as an insecure and traumatized person who found his victim for self-assertion in Wendy. Kevin was jealous of Wendy cause he had nothing going on to cheat, be manipulative, and bully their staff was his get-back for not being man enough. And without her, he had no control. Period. Goodbye in the end. Kevin seems to be left with everything. He deserves the pancake lady, a broken hip, and a big hole in his wallet. And we hope that Wendy will be strong enough to fight his attempts to manipulate her again and extort more cash from her. And what do you reckon? Does Kevin Sr. still have any power over his ex-wife? Share your opinions in the comments below.